For now, let's talk about what President-elect Trump is doing to fill out his cabinet. CBS News has learned that he plans to nominate South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem as Homeland Security Secretary and Florida Congressman Mike Waltz as National Security Advisor. I want to bring in CBS News senior White House correspondent Weijia Jiang to talk more about this. So, Weijia, we were discussing this a little bit yesterday morning about who potentially would be seen as someone that Trump wants in his cabinet. And what we're already seeing now with some of these names that we're talking about is less Elaine Chao, less Mike Pompeo, Nikki Haley, Rex Tillerson, and more people who have been loyal, especially those who have been loyal on television for President-elect Trump.
Vlad, you're exactly right. When President Trump is looking at these posts, he's not necessarily looking at experience or somebody who can advise him and offer him guidance. It's all about a willingness to carry out his agenda, and that is very clear. This is how he wants to govern, and he has said as much, so no one should be surprised. But it's really interesting that you bring up the TV aspect, because he really values someone who can communicate, who can speak the language of Trump. And so when you look at all of these picks, all you have to do is look at their television performances, Vlad, whether it's, doing an interview, whether it's on the campaign during the RNC delivering a big speech. These are people who are well-versed in how to deliver the message and how to make clear to the American people exactly what President-elect Trump's vision is. So you're right, that matters very much to him.
Yeah, I do sort of, when you look at the case of Marco Rubio and even Elise Stefanik and Lee Zeldin, for example, who's been picked to be the Environmental Protection Agency administrator. He has no experience at all in that role. But what I find really interesting about Marco Rubio is, of course, people forget that Marco Rubio coined the term "Never Trump," and Trump had that nickname for him during the 2015-2016 election cycle, Little Marco. And I'm told that the president-elect loves when people who were detractors come around to being extremely loyal, for lack of a better word, and that's why Marco Rubio is now up for this very important role. But Weijia, as you know, Marco Rubio is a hawk on so many issues, including China, including Iran, including what is happening in Ukraine, not for sending all that money to Ukraine. So it'll be very interesting to see what kind of a diplomatic mission he undertakes should he be confirmed.
And that's why, there are some people in the MAGA world who are questioning this choice. As you laid out, the foreign policy, the view on international relations doesn't exactly line up with Trump's completely isolationist view at sometimes all about America first. But there's some behind-the-scenes work going on there as well, because Trump recently named Susie Wiles as his incoming chief of staff. This is the woman who is essentially responsible for his campaign, for his successful campaign. And she is a Florida operative. She's very well known here and very close to Rubio. In fact, she was pushing him to be the vice presidential candidate. Well, this is pretty good. America's top diplomat, Vlad.
Yeah, indeed. Weijia Jiang, always great to have you, my friend. Thank you.